Okay, this is a walk around video of a 2003 Utopia 185. It's an 18 and a half foot boat. It's made by Sea-Doo, and we're going to list this one on eBay because it is in pretty nice shape. Now we noticed up here the stickers are come off. No real chips on it. There's some little stuff like that. I think on the sides here it had a couple marks. I'll get to the interior. The interior is really nice, but let's see. Got a little scuff mark there. There's a couple of them down the sides here. And that's just from, I'd imagine, from sitting against a dock, bumping. It's got like this, it's like this right here. The hull cleaner actually takes that off. We should have probably done that, but all we did was wash this one. In Gainesville, where we're located, we don't have a specialized Sea-Doo dealer here. So we took this boat to Palatka to Connection Power Sports that does Sea-Doos. And they went through it. The engine had perfect compression. We had a new set of spark plugs put in it. And they said the starter was turning slow. So we had the starter rebuilt on it. Take it to, I think it's AMAC or somewhere rebuilds starters. So it's the actual original starter, just new brushes and whatever goes in it. Some leaves and stuff on the floor. I'm just sitting in here. Like I said, we just washed this one. We didn't really do anything particular to it. Didn't buff it or wax or anything. We do plan on having it detailed before it's picked up. It's like a carbon fiber dash radio. This didn't come on for us. The compartment. 12 volt power in there. The seats don't have any rips or anything on them. There's like a little dirt and stuff here and there, but nothing that won't clean up. There's actually a lock for that so it doesn't bounce. Bimini doesn't have any holes or rips or anything in it. Actually, the bimini on this thing is kind of cool. It folds down and slides back and goes right inside of the boat here. This doesn't have anything on it either. There's no marks, there's no cracking. The vinyl's really nice. Here's an engine compartment. Alright, this is powered by a Mercury Marine. This is basically like an outboard engine sitting right on top of a jet drive. I'd say it's equivalent to like the fuel-injected Optimax. That's really what it is. It's like an Optimax powerhead, 240 horse. So it's nice. It doesn't have those little Sea-Doo engines in it. I was going to show you this. This right here unclips This is for the bimini. And right here. It's a little tight to do it with one hand. Oh, let me try the other. Okay. Alright, so then top folds back. Like this. And you take it and it slides on the track system all the way back and folds inside. Just like that. Sits right in there. And this guy folds it in. No more bimini. There's one little mark on the poster right here. The rest of it doesn't have anything. Just needs to be cleaned up, which we'll have all that done. We'll have it pressure washed and scrubbed and a light wax job done on it. But I mean, it's decent. Alright, so anyway. You see there's shocks on both sides to hold this up. So, on off for the power. Now the only reason I'm going to fire this thing up without water is because this doesn't have an outboard like a normal boat that has a water impeller in it. Standardly you wouldn't start them with the outboard with the water impeller without water because you'd burn it up. The way this works is it would start, it has a jet drive attached to it. The jet propulsion just pumps water through it. So starting it it's not running it dry, just you can't run it but for a couple seconds. I just want to show how well it starts up. See? Starts right up. That's about it. Forward and reverse on it. You click the button here, and I'll show you the outside again in a second. The only thing we notice in this thing that we don't have is inside the seat here. When you lift it up, there's a plastic tub that's usually in there, and it's not here, so we don't have the plastic tub. You see how you release the see from just right. Now the engine is a two-stroke. OptiMax is a two-stroke engine. It's direct injected. This has got a dual exhaust on it for each side of the V6. What I was going to say about these that's pretty nice is it doesn't have an outboard on it. So you don't have to worry about anyone getting chopped up by the prop or hitting anything. It just goes. You can go in 1 foot deep water. Another thing I noticed with these is if you're on a river, you know, or a lake, or there's logs, you'll go right over top of them. Not particularly this one, but I've had these before in the past. Got a little spot to tow a tube. The tires are okay. Got some tracking on the sides of them, but they're not dry rotted. Check the other side. Same with this one. So the actual rubber is nice and soft. It's a little more worn on both sides. They were probably running this thing too low in air. There's a little rust on the trailer right here. Pretty much the rest of the trailer doesn't seem to have much rust. I mean, it's just the basic stuff. It is a steel trailer, so. But this is just surface stuff right here. Nothing ate into it, nothing deep. A little bit on the bottom there. Not really anything on the bottom of the boat itself. your winch. I know this isn't the most amazing video, but I wanted you to see exactly what it is. And we opted to put this one here just because the gel coat and stuff's so shiny and the upholstery's good. We took it over to that Connection Marine or Connection Power Sports, and they compression tested it. It's got new spark plugs in it. The oil levels are good. The battery was fine. The compression was fine. The starter was spinning it slow, so they told us to take the starter and we had it rebuilt. And other than that, it's mechanically sound. There's really not much to these things though. You just basically have a jet drive underneath it, and underneath it there's a jet drive and there's a motor right to it. It just spins the jet inside of it, and that's it. Water shoots straight out. Forward and reverse on these things is a cup, and the way this thing goes is the cup moves out of the way and allows the jet to shoot straight, and when it cups back over it, it pushes the water back out the sides, and whatever way it turns is the direction it pushes the water backwards. The jet inside, when it turns that way, it pushes the water out the other direction. So that's kind of how it works. But it's a cool looking boat. It performs well. I took it out one time. We take everything that we get on our trial, unless it's going to auction. It's going to go on eBay. We take it out for trial. And that's about the gist of it. All the plastics around the windshields, everything looks nice. It's a nice looking boat. And it runs good, so. Like I said, with this particular one here, it doesn't have a little Sea-Doo engines in them. It has a V6 Mercury outboard power head inside of it. That's the factory engine for this. It's just how they equipped them with this year. This is not the best video in the dark here, but I think from another direction you can see. I guess it gives it something to reflect and see.